A little technical issue with the mic.
Sorry. Dan Storr, Broadcast Media. Adam, just what you can take from Buzz Williams being, your new head coach and what he's meant to you so far.
I think he just brings excitement, Everyone's really excited about the start of the season. We've been excited since he got in, and just something he brings to the table. It's just, you learn a lot from him, just kind of being around him. If you shadow him, you just learn a lot. He rarely sleeps. He's really big on, work ethic and hard work. That's kind of his mentality, just working hard every day, getting better.
Adam, we're going to go deep to the right here.
Adam, Buzz Williams said a couple weeks ago that he still hadn't figured out your guys' identity or maybe what style of play or kind of anything. I mean, I know it's only been a couple weeks, but are you guys getting any closer and maybe kind of figuring out what this team will look like and what style of play, kind of everything you guys are maybe planning going into the season?
Yeah, I think we're getting closer. I mean, 3-hour practices every day. You got to kind of improve on something. But yeah, I think we're getting there. Like I said, we're learning a lot every day, trying different stuff, figuring stuff out, and we'll be there soon.
Other questions for Adam from the floor?
From WDBJ7. After finishing last in the conference last season and the year that you had last year, how eager are you guys to get out there and start anew?
I think we're just looking forward, you know what I'm saying? We're just kind of building. It's something new. Not really going off what we did last season, but we have, new players, new staff. So like I said, we're just kind of focused on the present moment, kind of just preparing for the future, not really looking in the past.
Camera again to the right.
Adam, last year Ben as a freshman was a captain, and then you had some senior leaders leave. Who's stepping into the leadership role this season?
I think our returners, all of our returning players, with a new coaching staff and then having 5 freshmen coming in, it just has to be some kind of camaraderie. And I feel like the returners really, set the standards for that. Everybody just kind of meshed as soon as they came in, we're a family now. And I feel like all of our returners are leaders in one aspect or another.
Adam, do you have to prove anything this year to anybody?
I don't think so. Because we're at the bottom of the conference, we have a lot of doubters and not too many supporters. But I think it's more about proving ourselves right than, kind of proving everybody wrong.
That's a good answer. In the back again.
Adam, I think you probably look at it, you and Will both probably look at it differently being seniors, but I think a lot of outside people maybe see this as a rebuilding year or, maybe don't expect a whole lot. I mean, you guys as seniors, do you guys consider this a rebuilding year, and how do you kind of, see the outlook of the season with so much uncertainty, I guess, right now?
Nah, because we're seniors, we don't want to look at it as a rebuilding year. Because rebuilding, it takes a long time. It's a process. We're ready now. We're trying to make noise now, as soon as possible.
Adam, the last couple of years, the season has started fairly strong. Is it important to get off to a fast start this year? Do you have to be 11-1 or 9-2 to get started?
Yeah, I think that's very important. If we want to be 11-1 starting off, why not? But I think the big thing is, just taking one game at a time. 11-1, you focus on the next game and just keep it going. I feel like that's really important.
I just picked 11-1 out of the air. If it turns out to be 11-1, you can come back and thank me. Any other questions for Adam before we switch over? And we'll make the switch. Adam, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Adam provides a lot of leadership for us. He's a veteran guy. He's played the game a lot. Not only that, but he can really shoot the ball, and that's going to be really important for us this year because within our offense, we're going to be shooting a lot more threes than Coach Buzz is probably used to. So that'll provide a lot of importance for us.
Question here.
Dan Storr, Broadcast Media. Will, kind of going off the same thing with Buzz Williams being new here and coming in and instituting what he wants from you. How would you define him as a coach and as a person? As a person, he's like a father to us almost.
the way I think about it, he's like our dad, and like my teammates are like my brothers. And as a coach, he brings a lot of energy, and he's very consistent. He's the same person one day as he is the next, and that's really important for us because what he does off the court, it doesn't really matter because once he gets on the court, he's going to be the same person every single day, and we count on him for that.
In the very back.
Will, Jason Stan with HokieHaven.com. Will, with so many new pieces and new coaches, I mean, you guys had only, I guess, a couple of guys only returning from last year. Is there anything you guys can build on from last year? Or is it a completely new slate, starting over, everything going into this year?
I'd say it's completely new slate for us, just because completely new coaching staff. Yeah, we have a couple of returning players, and I think one person, Joey Van Zegeren, he's the main person I would say that can build off last year because he had a really good end to a season. So if he can pick up from where he left off, that'd be great for him. But for the rest of us, we're kind of just starting brand new, you know, and just taking whatever Coach Buzz tells us and running from it.
Camera here to the right.
Hey, Will, Karen Loftus from WDBJ7. With everything new coaches, new players and everything, how has the transition been? How have you guys all been meshing so far?
Really well. You know, right when Coach Buzz got here, the first thing he did, it wasn't about basketball, nothing like that. He introduced his wife and his 4 kids, and it was all about family. And for us, that's what we built our base on, and we're just a really tight-knit group, and like I said earlier, he's like our dad, and my teammates are like my brothers.
So if you're just proving to yourselves based on what your teammates said, if you think about the season, what is going to make this season successful, again, using the word new with all the newness that's around?
I guess just not judging off wins and losses. It's kind of just playing hard and playing within the system that Coach Buzz gives to us. And he wants us to be predicated on toughness, mentally tough, physically conditioned, not X's and O's and plays and stuff like that. So if we can do that, I think we can consider our season a success.
Camera to the right.
What do you think is going to be the biggest change as far as your style of play? I know you just said that you're going to be shooting a lot of threes. Talk about what you guys are planning to do out there.
We're going to be playing really fast-paced, and because we're undersized, we're going to have guards guarding other teams' 4 men. So we're going to have to play really fast-paced, and then, like you said, we're probably going to be shooting a lot more threes than we have in the past.
A follow-up question? Same person?
So along those lines, has there been a lot of conditioning for that?
Yeah, we had individual workouts where it was like hours and hours of work every single day just to get through it. And then the hardest thing we did was boot camp, and that was about a week, 2 weeks, where we didn't even touch a basketball. It was conditioning stations, basketball stations without using a basketball, and then just straight sprints. And we just kept running until we got the sprint over with. And with Coach Buzz, he holds us 100% accountable every day. So if we didn't get one sprint, we couldn't move on till the next one. So we just had to keep running and running. And now we're in the best shape of our lives.
In the back. Thank you.
Will, with so many unknowns this year, I mean, what's already going to be maybe the biggest challenge or some of the biggest challenges you feel like you guys will need to overcome going into the season?
I would just say the biggest challenge with us this year is our depth and our size. Like I said, we don't really have a 4-man, and we just have 2 5s. So being able to overcome our size challenge is going to be difficult, but at the same time, we're going to try to use it as a strength for us. You know, we're going to have to guard like other teams' big men, but at the same time, they're going to have to guard us on the perimeter. So that's going to be tough for them.
Virginia Tech, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.